everyone, I'm Becca and this is my brother.
Josh.
And this is Road Trip with Josh and Becca. Today we're going to look at some invisible things.
Invisible? Ugh, how?
It's a mystery.
We'll find out how we know God's there even though we can't see him.
We'll hear how a guy named Elisha played the most epic game of hide and seek ever.
And we will play a game that'll ask the age-old question, what's in the box?
It's going to be a great adventure. We're glad you're here to ride along with us.
Welcome back. We've got a GPS for you, or a giant problem to solve. But first...
What's that smell?
Cookies.
Wait.
Ooh, they smell like chocolate chip.
I know they're here somewhere.
So good. You know, smelling these cookies reminds me of a giant problem to solve we got in the mail this week from Shauna. Hey Josh and Becca, I can't see God, so how do I know he's there? It made me think we couldn't see these cookies, but we knew they were there because we could smell them.
Yeah, but we can't smell God either.
That's true. So how do we know that God's there? Take a minute to think about that. We'll do some thinking and some eating.
And stay tuned with Road Trip with Josh and Becca. There are so many things we can't see, but we know they're there.
Like germs, or the air, or people who like kale.
We can't usually see God either, but we can know he's there. One guy named Elisha was awesome at this.
Wait, didn't we talk about him last week?
Kind of. That was Elijah. This story is about one of Elijah's closest friend, Elisha.
Oh, well, that had to be confusing.
Hi, my name is Elijah. Well, my name is Elisha, and this is my toucan, Eliza.
Elisha, like Elijah, was a prophet.
Oh, they had the same job too? Oh, that had to be so confusing.
A prophet is someone who tells the people what God wants them to know. Elisha lived in a land called Israel. When one of Israel's enemies would try to fight or attack them, God would tell Elisha what was about to happen.
Okay, so that'd be like playing Battleship, but you can see where all of the other person's ships are. E4.
Hit again! How do you know where I am every single time? The problem was, Israel's enemies figured out that it was Elisha ruining all their plans. One day, when Elisha woke up, he saw the enemy army camped outside his town looking for him.
One of the guys staying with Elisha panicked.
Oh my goodness, they're all around us. What do we do? We'll dig our way out.
Whoa, man, chill out.
Elisha, what are you doing?
Come on back here. God's got this, brah.
Elisha was totally right.
Totally.
He trusted God totally, no matter what was going on around him. Then, Elisha asked God to show them what was really going on.
They looked back at the enemy, and instead they saw a bunch of angels. Thousands of them. Way more than there were soldiers.
God had it handled the whole time. In fact, they didn't even have to fight. Suddenly, God made the whole army blind, which, when you have swords, is kind of a problem. That's when Elisha did something crazy. He went to talk to his enemies.
Ooh, tricky.
Elijah told them to follow him, and they did. He led them right into a different city and then prayed, God, let them see again.
Right away, they could all see again, and they knew something was very wrong. Elisha was there, but so were a bunch of other soldiers. The enemy troops had all been captured.
In case you're wondering, Elijah let them all go. He didn't think they'd be trying to attack Israel anytime soon.
So much happened there. Through it all, I think I can see an answer to our question. Elisha didn't need to see God in order to trust God. And Elisha knew that God was working all around him, even though sometimes things felt like they were going wrong.
And God is still working all around us today. Just like we can feel the air or see the wind move the trees, we know God's there because he does so much. God changes lives. He listens to us. He cares about us no matter what.
So we never need to worry if God is there. God is always working all around us. Speaking of which, we have some work to do in order to get ready for our rush hour game, so we'll be right back with Road Trip in just a minute. Welcome to Rush Hour, the part of the show where we play a super cool, fun game.
I'm seeing things in a new way. I love knowing that God is working all around me, even when I can't see him.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that because this game is all about not seeing stuff.
Does it have anything to do with this cool box?
You bet it does. We're gonna put things into the box for the other person to guess. You have to guess what it is by feeling around, right? So we're gonna put something in there and it could be like a cookie or a kitten or maybe a lobster, you know, who knows?
We've cleverly named this game, What's in the Box?
Okay, so Beka, you're gonna go first. Are you ready?
No.
Okay, you're gonna put your hands in there and feel around and see if you can guess what it is.
I'm really nervous. I'm more nervous than I thought I would be. Okay. I'm afraid.
See, not so bad.
Okay.
What is it? What do you feel?
This is round and squishy. Pudding cup? Wait. Oh, it's a pudding cup! I know it is!
What flavor is it?
My guess is chocolate. Are you scared?
A little bit. Okay.
It's Josh's turn.
Okay. It's also round and papery. It's got 3 corners and a pointy top. It's a cactus!
Yeah! It's our cactus mile marker.
Oh, look at you.
Does this mean we've gone up a level?
Mm-hmm. Level 2. Beka's turn.
This is so much, so much anxiety right here. My biggest, wait, I already touched something. My biggest fear is the unknown. Okay. It's all attached. Spiky.
Yep.
Okay. This feels like something. This one's spiky. I have much anxiety. This is, wait. Is this a lobster?
It's a lobster.
It's an actual lobster. Get out of here. All right, Josh. Item number 2.
Okay. Going with bravery this time. It's cold and heavy, so it's glass. It's a bowl. Oh, what? It's mushy and cold, and it's sticking to my fingers.
Tell us what it is.
I don't know what that is. Ew, it's so gross. It's not pudding because it's got like a grainy texture. Ooh, I'm getting a scent.
You can't smell God.
I can smell it through my fingers. It's oatmeal. It's oatmeal.
Yes! Ding ding.
Ew.
That makes me nervous.
Are you ready?
No,
Okay.
don't do that.
Okay, turn around.
Just like to tentatively touch things.
What does it feel like?
Rubber.
Rubber.
There's a bulge here. And lots of little rubbers.
Just little rubber parts.
It's an arch.
An arch?
Yeah, like a foot. Is this a rubber foot? Is that piggy bank? What's up top here?
It is a rubber foot.
That feels like fun. Item number 3 for Josh.
Okay, it's another round thing. Okay, it has a lid, or not a lid, like a rim, and it's open. Just like everything else, which makes me really nervous. I'm not sure what's gonna be inside. Woo! It's cold. It's water? Ow, what is that? There's something in there. Is it alive? What is it a fish?
It's a little fish.
A little fishy with their lobster friends.
I thought it was just water, and then when you had your hand in there, I was like, wait a second, there's a fish.
Okay, this one is a tiebreaker. So we both have to feel it, and whoever can guess what it is first wins.
It's a speed one.
Are you ready?
I don't like this. It feels leveled up because it's a tiebreaker.
It is, okay.
Okay,
Here we
okay.
go, 3, 2, 1.
I want you to touch it first because I know it's safe. Play-Doh! I win!
Oh, I really underestimated how scary that challenge would be. Be sure to stay tuned in to the end to find out what your challenge is for this week and to see me give your challenge blindfolded. It's time for a checkpoint challenge. That means it's checkpoint challenge time. Since I lost the game, I have to do this week's challenge blindfolded.
Even though we can't see him, we can know that God is working all around us in awesome ways.
Our challenge for you this week is to search for something God is doing. Watch for one thing God is doing in your life this week and write it down in your road trip book.
If you see God answer a prayer or help you forgive someone or change someone's life, even in a small way, remember it and write it down.
You might find that God is working in ways you don't expect.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week with more
Road Trip with Josh and Beka. Yeah!